Well, hi YouTubers. Okay, it's about the 5th time I've actually attempted to do this video, so hopefully this is definitely the final version now. So, this is a spoilerific review for Infinity Wars because I tried to do spoiler free but it really wasn't working. I only talk about the spoilers and the deaths and the cameos and that ending. So here we go. Oh my god, this film is so good. The Russo brothers did such a fantastic job with this film. It is well paced, well adapted, well timed. And one thing I like is this. The thing about all the different Marvel films is each one has a different kind of visual style. And it's manages really, really well to touch on every single one quite well. There's only one song in this entire film, and it's from a Batman, and it starts with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay? Let me just kick off how it starts. Now, it starts off directly at the end of Thor Ragnarok, and it's a spoilerific review. Loki dies. I don't believe he's dead. He's hiding. Because if you watch that scene very, very carefully, you'll see that Loki, he is very, very doing his performance. He's very kind of, I won't betray you, Thanos. I'll work with you, Thanos. We will get the Infinity Stones all together, Thanos. Yeah, he's acting. So Loki even says he's a trickster god. Loki is hiding. He's not dead. And it's a bit of an anticlimactic death. After the character development during Thor Ragnarok, to see that, I was like, you ain't dead, Loki. As a character, though, because Thor winds up with the Guardians of the Galaxy, is mainly with Rocket and Groot. Now, one thing I will love this segment for is you're going to see the character development between the groups. It starts off with Rubber Band Man playing, with Rocket and Drax having a nap, Groot playing a video game, Mantis is kind of doing a thing. I'm not really a big Mantis fan, by the way. I like the actress, but the character, I'm like, you know, you're just so weird in this strange dynamic here, aren't you? So, and Rocket and Peter Quill just kind of sing along to Rubber Band Man. It kind of sets up their dynamic really, really well, and their relationship, because it's touched upon that they're romantically involved. Wasn't going into too much depth due to their conflicting characters. Incidentally, Peter Quill sporting this wig kind of tash, and I didn't really like it. It reminded me a bit too much like, you know, in Superman, Justice League, you know that one? You know, you can see Henry Cavill's weird CGI mouth. It kind of reminded me too much of that. So This was really good though, because it kind of shows Rocket's character development really, really nicely. Rocket and Groot and Thor go off together to like this kind of like soul forge, if you will, because obviously Thor's lost everything, including his magic hammer. So they go to this special kind of soul forge which is lit with a heart of a sun, with Peter Dinklage, all things, playing a dwarf, a massive dwarf, okay. And I absolutely love Peter Dinklage. That was a highlight. That was a lovely moment, okay. And he's having the time of his life, you know, putting this magic axe together, okay, which is when a real tender moment comes along with Rocket's character development too, because Rocket's in the last two Guardians films, he's a bit of an egotistical bastard, if you will, okay. He doesn't listen, he's selfish, he's unkind, and he actually stops, okay, and has quiet moments with Thor about losing everything. He doesn't really understand it because they're from the same kind of things, but at least he's got willing to listen. And with Thor, you can kind of get to the point where he's kind of mentally done. If you compare Thor to the first film to now, he has lost so much. He's lost everything. He doesn't really know anything anymore. And very much he's like Odin. He's become the same way Anthony Hopkins was as Odin in the first films. He's tired. He's had enough. But he's still got to do it. He's still to dare and do it. And I like these moments, especially regarding Rocket, especially because Rocket has spent the entire film as a petulant sport teenager playing a video game, being indifferent, okay, swearing quite openly. And also, if you notice quite closely, as I did, Sean Gunn was Rocket's motion capture for the first two films, Guardians of the Galaxy films. This time Sean Gunn is now Rocket's. If you notice Rocket closely, he's very much imitating the way Groot walks and acts in this kind of sarcastic tones, in a way. And I absolutely like that, because if you think about it, as Rocket is raising baby Groot, teenage Groot, you can kind of see how the difference. Because this Groot is not the first one, the one that died in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, after all. So, this is, yeah, I generally like that. And when Groot, as soon as he starts drawing the battle, okay, and during the kind of battlefields too, he can't, yeah, I absolutely love that moments. So, anyway. This film is also, in a way, of showing how being part of the Avengers has affected the original Phase 1 emotionally. But it's someone like Tony Stark. Tony Stark, after Spider-Man Homecoming, is opposed to Pepper. They're getting married. They're going to be happy. And essentially, Tony's trying to think ahead. He's having dreams about having a son, moving on with his life. But he's put the chamber back into his heart to protect Pepper. Bullshit. Because he's conflicted between giving it all up, giving it all up, settling down, going into the next phase of his life, okay, and being a hero. Even though he gets conflicted, he still runs straight in to defend New York against the this new battle, which then involves Doctor Strange. Now, I've got nothing against Benedict Cumberbatch, but I'm not really a fan of Doctor Strange at all. But I did like him in this performance because essentially it winds up with Doctor Strange, Iron Man, and Peter Parker going off into space. Okay. I like that because weird kind of development going on. Because obviously Thanos wants the last two Infinity Stones. One is in Vision's head and one is in Doctor Strange's pendant thing. Okay, I really did applaud though the character arc between Peter Parker and Iron Man, or Tony Stark, because obviously Tony Stark is now become like the father figure to Peter that he doesn't particularly need, obviously, because he had his Uncle Ben, but the one that Tony needs to actually emotionally mature. And spoiler ahead here to the end of the film, when Tony watches Peter Parker start to disintegrate, the emotion on his face and the look in Tom Holland's eyes. Now, Tom Holland is the standout of this film to me, because out of all the characters, out of all the actors, he's basically the nuclear on the block. He's got the least experience as an actor. But if you can be in a scene with Josh Brolin, Benedict Cumberbatch, and Robert Downey Jr. and hold your own, you're doing it right, and he's doing it right. Absolutely loved Tom Holland's moments in this film. He was just like the human core at this. As he said before, how can I be a funny neighborhood Spider-Man if I've got no neighborhood? Which is true. So, yeah, lovely bits. Now, that is the strong point of this, is when all the different kind of teams, if you will, break apart and mix it up a little bit. And I absolutely love the little developments between a lot. It really made me happy. Regarding, okay, so let's me go now to Vision, okay? That I found a little bit underwhelming, because I saw that happen in the moment. He's got an Infinity Stone in his head, okay? And it's the whole kind of thing of, can we take out the Infinity Stone and keep Vision? And I started thinking, why are you even bothering with this? End of the day, needs are many, and whether needs a few, whatever, just get rid of the damn thing. You know, it was obvious what was going to happen. You know, and Thanos has the Time Stone, that's obvious what he was going to do, and it wasn't really a surprise. So this little subplot of we've got to save Vision, I'm like, why are you bothering? And I also found it really weird, okay, that there was this battle that took place in Scotland, in the most weirdly depleted Scotland, in Edinburgh, actually, it was in Edinburgh, I've ever seen in my entire life. I find that a lot sometimes in films, okay, where places that are never normally, you know, got no human life to them, suddenly have, and it's a little bit disconcerting. Once again, also with the whole fight in New York, too. Once again, very disconcerting. Now, so, Vision's dead, Loki's dead, let's get to Gamora. Yes, Gamora dies. Now, I saw this on the cards because Gamora, she knew this was going to happen. She knew the location of the Soul Stone, which, cameo alert, oh my good god, it took me a second because I've seen the film like a while ago. It's the Red Skull. Not played by Hugo Weaving, I've got some other guy, but I can't remember who that is. But I liked that. It's kind of like ticking a box. Where the hell has the Red Skull been all this time? Hey, now we know. So, I like that little bit moment, because it also says up the thing, now that Thanos has got the Soul Stone, is the Red Skull going to find a way to get back to Earth, to take it out on Captain America? Pick it up where they left off. However, I personally think Captain America is going to die in the next film, and I do think that Bucky is going to rise up to the occasion and take on the mantle. And I love Sebastian Shaw in this film too. He did a really good job as Bucky. So yeah, no complaints there. Once again, when they team up and get together, it's really good. Now, get to Gamora's death there. Now, I will give Zoe Saldana her dues in this. Now, to be honest, this is a difficult role for her, because the thing is, we've seen Gamora in every single shade going. We've never seen her absolutely bloody terrified, and she was. Oh my god. The bit where Nebula, now once again, played by Karen Gillan, love her to bits, and I did wonder if she was going to be in the film. I kept myself positive and snow, I didn't know anything was going on. When she saw her sister ripped apart, that was absolutely tragic. And when Gamora, when she was being pushed off that cliff, that was absolutely heartbreaking, because she went from gloating and ha, you don't care about anything, to realization dawning of Thanos killing her. You didn't see the impact, but you saw the aftermath, which was, oh my good god, yeah, I was shocked by that. But also, one thing that scene does is really give a bit of a nuance to Thanos, because for the last 18 films, it's been like the bogeyman in the background, hasn't he? Whenever we get a chance for you to know him. And we do, and it's a bit more nuanced than I gave this film credit for. Now, the thing it is about this is he is a genocidal fuckhead, if you will. Okay, he wants to destroy half of every single planet to ensure that they survive. But you understand where he's coming from when you get to Titan and see the aftermath of his planet, what it wound up with. And one thing that did really, really bother me though, okay, is here's the thing, is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 was about saving Xandar. Now, I really, really, I guess I kind of cared about Xandar. Kraglin, where the fuck is Kraglin, by the way, was from Xandar. And you got to know all these characters like Glenn Close and John C. Reilly. And you really, really, I don't know, I guess I like the planet, you know? It's been decimated and we never see it. It's kind of like the Aftermath thing. I was like, you built up Xandar as that is place to be, okay, a place to save, and then it gets destroyed anyway. I personally had this theory that Peter Quill actually kept the Purple Stone, but because he switched it out with Yondu, he wanted to switch it out again. And I always thought it'd be quite funny if the Purple Stone was always with Peter Quill, but it wasn't. So that was a shame. Speaking of Peter Quill, one thing that kind of annoyed me, okay, was the fact is that due to Gamora's death, Peter Quill fucked up the plan. They had Thanos in the grass. They almost got the gauntlet off his arm. And it turns out where's Gamora? She's dead and all goes to shit. Essentially, Thanos wins because Peter Quill could not think of other people than himself. It's weird that Peter Quill's character development and arc and growth have kind of stilted where Rocket's kind of taken off. So that's something that needs to be really kind of explored in the next film. Also, I've talked about the 3 deaths. I don't, because everyone says that Captain Marvel will, kill Thanos, use a time stone, bring everyone back. I personally don't want that to happen. Okay, I love Gamora, but thing is, will reviving her cheapen her death? Vision, I didn't really give a toss about. Loki is not dead anyway. Okay. Yeah, I'm standing by this until I'm proved otherwise next year. So here's what I think. There's a character in this, okay? During the first battle in New York, there's this guy, his name's Ebony, so I'm just put up my laptop, which is just down here, okay? Who are the Avengers things, alright? Now, there's this guy, the guy who looks like a Reader from Star Wars, okay, the telekinetic, Ebony Moore, okay? Second with him, okay, who looks like a Star Wars reject, and who was kicked out of, of his own ship. That was quite a good moment. Then there's Proxima Midnight, okay, played by Carrie Coon. I don't think she is. I tell you right now who she is. The whole thing with Drax and his story arc is he wants to kill Thanos for causing the death of his family. Proxima Midnight is not her real name. It's Cameo. She is Drax's daughter. Because Drax, when he sees Thanos, actually pulls out his family's names. Okay, he might ask the audience of who they are. She is Drax's child. At the end of the second film, she'll be redeemed. Okay? Being the daughter of Thanos, if you will. And she would step into Gamora's place as being on Guardians of the Galaxy, being part of the Guardians of the Galaxy crew. That's my personal opinion of who she is. End of the day, they tease us that, because in the comics, Peter Quill's father is Jason of Spartax. In the films, it's Ego the Living Planet. She is not Proxima Midnight. She is Chimera, or Moondragon, as she is in the comics. Okay, so that's just what I think. Okay. Regarding the ending, that is fucking balls to the wall. The Russo brothers took a fucking gamble with that. So, they really did. You got Vision dead, which I found underwhelming anyway. I mean, the whole thing, okay, with Black Panther's sister trying to get it out. And did Black Panther's sister die? I wasn't sure on that, so I don't confirm or not. Last time we saw her, she was knocked unconscious. So, is she dead or not? You got Thanos winning. You got half of everyone disintegrating. You got a really nice cameo moment with Captain Marvel coming into it. But the Russo brothers took a fucking gamble with this, because how the heck can I pay all this out That's the thing. I think though, people think aren't going to make the end of the second film. Okay, Drax, he's got a death wish. Fine with that. Okay. Captain America. Okay, he's going to sacrifice himself. Bucky's going to step in. Maybe. Scarlet Witch. Okay, I just think this is where her arc comes to the end. Okay. Iron Man. And that's pretty much it for now. So, oh, maybe the Hulk, because the Hulk has got some of this weird issue. I forgot to mention this now. The Hulk's got this weird issue coming in, okay, where he's unable to turn. You think of the X Thor Ragnarok, where he was kind of forced to be doing this for a very long time. So I think that also has a chance that the Hulk or Bruce Banner will die too. But I'm not sure on that. I think maybe. So, that one's a bit on the fence. As long as Loki's not there, I don't really care. So, anyway, sign off here. This is my opinion of what I liked about Thor Ragnarok. So, Thor Ragnarok and Infinity Wars and everything else. But, yeah, it's interesting. So, Infinity Wars, worth seeing. I'm actually seeing it again tomorrow. Sign off here. Bye now.